Good evening. We got some things to make fun of today. As per usual. There's one that I just saw that is, it's good. It's a good one. I like it.
Made you laugh?
It did. I found it to be enjoyable, one might say.
Oh, sorry.
Why would you do that to me? It's so dark now.
I'm sorry. I wasn't meant to.
It's like the night. How do I know there's a way.
Yeah?
Make these two things both take up half of the screen. I know there's a way to do that. They're both full screen, but they both take up half of the screen. I know there's a way to do it.
Shouldn't you go into settings
But I don't
and
know
do it that way?
how to do it. I don't freaking know. If I knew, I wouldn't be asking. I would just do it.
I'm sure it's a way that you can do it through settings.
Possibly. Eric says that he is here.
I see that.
Hello, Eric. Welcome.
Hi, Eric.
Here's my drink. How come you need a drink and I don't?
Because I went into the refrigerator and I got that drink. Do you want a Pepsi?
I love Pepsi.
Do you love Pepsi?
I feel like
Hashtag not sponsored.
I feel like I do. I do love it. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. So, let's see. Do we have anyone besides Eric yet? Nope, just Eric. Well, let's start making fun of some people. What do you think? What say you, Eric? Would you like to make fun of people with us? Window capture. And we're going to capture that. Boom, on the screen. Aw, yeah. Okay, so, this is the one that jumped out at me today. They're asking $50 for a 20-ounce CO2 tank, a Spider, Spider Victor specifically, an incredibly shitty mask that, again, as I've said many times about other masks, you could not pay me enough to wear that. Like, you're just looking to lose an eye wearing that thing. I think there's even a big crack there in the center, isn't there?
Yeah, it looks like it's two pieces.
Like, what? Why would you even try to sell that?
If you don't come out with some shattered paint around your eyes, you're definitely eating the paint because there's big holes by the mouth.
Yeah, so indeed, you may get $5 for the barrel plug, the gravity hopper, and the gun. All together, maybe $5. So, definitely not 50. This person is still selling their stuff for $250. It might be worth like $25. Someone's selling a food grade CO2 tank full for $150. I don't know what the worth of that is, so I'm not gonna speak about it because I don't know. So this person's asking $180 for a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff here. So that's a Smart
I
Parts.
wouldn't call that laughable.
That's a Smart Parts Ion. Pentagon paintball pants.
Those are some crappy looking pants though. But the pod pack looks nice, and that bag looks nice.
This bag does look very nice. It's a quality jersey. I mean, there's some decent stuff here.
Loki, get down, baby. Good boy. Headband, like $23.
And this pack is pretty nice. I don't know if. And then, just a bag. Yeah, the Pentagon is the place in Erie, so I'm guessing this person used to play there a lot or used to be sponsored by them. So I don't think $180 is ridiculous.
I wouldn't laugh at him.
I think it's a little high.
What gun is that?
That's a Smart Parts Ion.
Oh, that pod not saying that those are together worth 180, but
yeah, I don't think it's worth 180, but it's not laughable. I'm not gonna laugh at that guy for it. It's a little high, but not laughable. This one for $100. I think we talked about this last week. Loki, you need to stop now. Not worth 100. You're looking at like 25 for the gun. That's about it.
You know, I feel that there are two things that you shouldn't sell on Craigslist.
What is this stuff doing in... Oh, there's some paintball
Because there's
guns.
paintball
Okay.
stuff in there. I think they're selling paintballs.
I didn't see any paintballs.
What? Then it must have been a golf
Lots
ball.
and lots of sporting
but-
equipment.
Keep going.
Those are...
Those are bowling balls.
Those are bowling balls.
Those look like paintballs. I don't know why you think that you should be selling CO2 tanks.
This Defender is still on here for $600. That's not a bad deal for anyone that wants a Defender. I don't want a Defender, and it's actually a bit much for me. But again, that's because of the discounts I get. For any normal person, that'd be perfectly fine.
How much should Ryan spend on his?
He probably spent $750 on it. 'Cause that's about what a new one is, $750. So I'm sure that's what he spent on it. So
You do feel like a badass.
when you're holding
Holding
it,
it.
Loki, stop! You can't have chocolate.
Daddy, it's
You
peanut
can't have
It's
chocolate.
peanut butter, and it's yummy, Daddy. I need it.
I'm sure that you do, Minion. I'm sure that you do. He says that he likes the cover image.
Okay. I don't know what the cover image is.
The cover image
I'm
is
assuming it's of him.
it's of him running, yeah. So naturally he would like it. So we've jumped up to 2 people here. I don't know who that second person
It's
is.
us. We're
No.
watching ourselves.
Yeah, we're watching ourselves. Dog, you cannot have chocolate. Stop. I know you want it. I know it smells delicious, but you just can't have it.
That dog.
You just can't have it. For him, it does. You can't have chocolate. I'm sorry, dog. You
He
can't.
licks his butt though, so can you really judge what he has to say about
What
what
up,
things
baby?
taste like?
What up, baby? You are a sweetheart.
He's being a good pup though.
Yeah, he just wants to. He just
He
wants
just
to
wants a
cuddle.
brownie. He just wants a brownie.
Did you see? Did everyone watching, and by everyone I mean Eric, see the picture that we posted and the story we posted on Instagram of me trying to edit, and Loki, being a lapdog that he is, decided to climb up onto my lap and lay there, laid on my lap.
He pressed some buttons too.
He always does that though. And then at some point
He got behind you.
he stood up to see Adriana over the monitor and then sat on my chest. So his butt was here and then he was facing this way. It was pretty funny.
He likes to be involved in the
Who
action.
Solider? Hi, Who Solider.
Hi.
Don't know who you are.
I don't know who you are, but welcome.
Very much welcome.
Loki welcomes you too.
He has a broken heart because we didn't know he was here.
Oh, I did not know he was here. They don't tell us.
Yeah, they don't tell us that. So I can press on this participants button. But
And when you think
I guess
that
your
he-
privacy settings are turned up or something. I don't know. But it shows that Eric is here and that's it. So unless you guys actually say something to us, we don't know you're here.
But welcome, and I hope you stay.
Yes, indeed.
We're entertaining. Not really. We pretend to be entertaining.
We do pretend to be entertaining, and our attempts to be entertaining is entertaining in itself.
That's true.
So that there's
People
that.
like our banter as a married couple.
Well, I'm banterful.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So running towards the 2019 season is what we were going to talk about. So, I just wanted to say what's coming up this year. Because we're getting to the point where pretty much everything has been announced for the upcoming year.
Before I do that, can
Yeah.
I throw a shout out to me being officially...
No.
No?
No. And you saying that doesn't count either.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying you asked if you could throw the shout out, by saying that you are throwing the shout out.
I know.
Okay, go ahead, plug yourself.
So, my first article on Danger Man's lair came out this week. Yesterday, I believe. It is about Paintball Tactical Modes, which is owned, operated by Kivo and Jen, who run Pittsburgh Paintball Park.
I love how it's always Kivo and Jen instead of either Kivo and Not Yet or Kevin and Jen.
I just automatically think of him as Kivo. But also, Danger Man interviewed me, and the podcast is up as well. Colin! Woo woo!
Hello, Colin.
Oh, so Colin was HU Soldier.
Colin, were you Hugh Solider, or is Hugh Solider someone else?
We still love you, Hugh Solider, if you are not Colin.
Ah, okay, that was Colin.
I figured as
Okay.
much.
You had to yell at him? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You teach your big brother who's boss. Supposedly we have a third person. Hello, third person. Hello. So go ahead, continue your plug of yourself.
That was it. Podcast, Danger Man's Lair. Read about Kivo and Jen, or Kivo and Not Yet, and Kevin and Jen. There'll be another article more about them personally coming up. And then hopefully that bra thing will
Hopefully soon.
be written eventually.
But yeah, the interview is going to be 2 parts that she did with Danger Man. Part 1 came out, what day was that? Tuesday? Monday. No, it was Monday because
Monday?
I remember I was on the long drive. So it was Monday, it came out. And they talk about a lot of things, and it's just part 1. There will be part 2, I suppose, come out on Monday next week.
He's recovering.
He is. He had foot surgery, so he's recovering.
Because he broke his foot, I think, playing football.
Speaking of them blocks, how can I get one? Well, that's pretty easy. You go
to Paintball Tactical Mode.
Hey!
Modes.com.
It's mods.
Mods.
You wrote a whole article and you don't know what it's called.
I call it modes. Anyway, mods.com. Also, you can ask to join PTM Insiders on Facebook.
I think you're already part of that, aren't you?
You might be.
I think you're already part of that.
But
in which case, you can go onto there and message them. But if you go onto
or their Instagram, you can message them as well.
Yeah. In any case, any of those options, or if you do join us on Saturday, I'm sure one of them will be there, and you can talk to them in person.
I suggest you read the article and like it, give a little thumbs up, make a comment. But essentially,
all the standard social media stuff.
But essentially, you can get it engraved. There's 8 fonts, but if you gave Jen a font that you particularly wanted, then she would make it work. And the price is $35.
Does the engraving is free
the
for now?
The engraving is free for right now. And there was no expiration date as of right now.
As of right now, there's no expiration date on the free, but it won't last forever. So if you want to get it engraved, I would recommend doing it sooner rather than later, so you get the free engraving.
So you could have Minion on one side, you could have Dunedain on the other. I believe that you can have different fonts as well. I don't think they have to be the same font for both sides. You also can have an image. So if you kind of recreate the Minion and you uploaded it, they can kind of put it on the block as well.
I don't know how that would look, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Depending on your picture.
Yeah, I think your symbol is a little too big for it. I don't think the Dunedain symbol would look good on it either. I just think they're too big and it wouldn't turn out right.
Because I asked her specifically about images that were copywritten. So, for example, if you wanted to put a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle on there, or like just the head of one, because of the way they have to shrink it down for it to fit, it kind of loses its authenticity, and so copyright isn't necessarily a problem, but be careful if you are going to upload any images that are copyright written or trademarked.
Right. But if you read the article, you learn all that, so go to dangermanslair.com and read the article, and then you'll know all the information that you want. So, any more questions about the block? probably not. I hope not, because go read the article
Go read
and
the
then you'll know. Yes, Colin, there is talk of playing on Saturday. More practice than playing. I'm sure we'll play a little bit. But specifically, A-Dog and I are going to go to P3 onto the speedball field and run some drills and things. We may end up just playing some points if we have other players. So, you know, if a bunch of people are there, or if enough of us are there, we can play some 2-on-2s, 3-on-3s, so on and so forth. I'm sure we'll go out to a rec ball at some point, but A-Dog is determined to get going on her speedball career.
I got shot in the boob. I'm ready to go.
And so we're going to get her started on that.
So essentially what I told you, and I'll tell them because the only people that are listening right now are on our team and may come out. I want to do some drills that are not necessarily you have to shoot or use a lot of paint. They're more getting to a bunker, keeping your gun up while you're running, basic tactical things for the speedball specifically. So I don't know if we'll add paint depending on how I feel with my back, but just kind of running drills at the present moment, and then we'll figure it out from there. Start a little slow.
Slagging movement is part of it, although depending on her back, that may or may not work. There's just like general techniques and things that I'm by no means any sort of expert on, because I'm not a speedballer, but I know of them, so I'll be able to tell her about them, and then we can actually practice them together.
Yeah.
Because I'm not...
But it's more, if I get to a bunker and you're on the other end, you can tell me if you can see me or if I'm chicken winging it, and that's what I can't see myself. That'd be pretty awesome.
This is true. This is true.
But just to get a comfortability with the bunkers.
So that's what's happening this weekend, Colin. Does that mean that you might be joining us? Is that a hint towards you might be joining us this weekend? Excited face?
Excited.
Well, while I'm waiting for that answer, because there's a
Welcome
delay.
to baby.
He's just playing with that.
No, I know.
He said yeah.
Woo woo, Colin.
What are the chances? On a scale from 1 to 10, what are the chances you're going to be joining us? 6.5.
I don't know.
I want him to answer.
I know you always start out lower though.
Like so a solid 7. A solid 7. It's not even a loose 7. It's a solid 7. Well, that's very exciting. I'm excited for that. I hope that you guys are there. Okay, so for the upcoming 2019 season, as I said, most things have been released at this point. There were a few things missing. So I released my schedule to the team, which mostly are on right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. I don't usually wear my jersey on the field either. I just wear my old t-shirts. Anyway, so I had sent out a list to the team of things I knew about at the time and things we were probably going to. But more have come out since then, and we've solidified our positions a little bit on what we are going to and what we're not. So I'll go through the list by date and then say whether or not we're going to it.
And also,
we need to
there's 4 people watching.
Yeah, he needs to get a quieter toy. This is too loud.
I don't have a quieter toy.
What were you gonna say?
If we said this in the meeting, but as always, just as a reminder, just because we are not going somewhere doesn't mean that you guys can't go somewhere. So don't feel hindered by what we are doing.
Absolutely.
As me and Dan.
The rest of Dunedain should still feel free and encouraged to go to any of the ones that we are not going to.
So P3 is open at 10:30. We'll probably get there around noon because no one really shows up.
No, we'll go earlier.
We'll go earlier.
We'll go early so that we can do our practice, hopefully before anyone even bothers to show up, and then we can go play rec ball. So we'll probably be there somewhere definitely between 10 and 11.
Is it supposed
depending on the temperature, maybe closer to 11.
Yeah. Because people don't really get there when it's winter anyway. there'll be no one there until about 1:30, 2 o'clock. So if we get there prior to noon, we'll be able to kind of have some fields to ourselves, and we can go to at least Black Forest or Vietnam and work on some things too.
If needed. So it's supposed to be a high of 47, a low of 39. So it's actually not going to be terribly cold at all.
We just have to be out of there by 4:30.
4:35, somewhere in there. Yeah, we have to leave. I would say we need to be in our car driving away by 5.
But if they drive, I need to leave. You don't.
That's true. So, like, she could leave earlier if you guys can drive me home. Then we could stay as late as we want, really. She has to leave.
And you guys can
by
stay
5.
as late as you want. I need to be at home by about 5:15.
So I'm going to say that we'll be there. I'll give you more of a solid answer probably Friday night. But I'm going to aim for 10:30 to be there. So we'll probably leave here around 10. Be there around 10:30. Make a sense? And if you guys can drive me home, let's aim for that, because that way she can leave whenever she needs to,
And you guys can.
and then we can just play all day, go up to rec ball and just have a nice day of paintballing after some drills in the morning.
Also, it's supposed to rain though, so whenever the rain comes.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll abandon ship at that point.
I don't know when it's gonna rain. I just saw that it's a PM rain, so
Yeah.
it might start raining at 7 and then it's
Yeah,
already
not a
closed.
problem. Okay, so in calendar order, and like I said, I'll explain if we're going or not, but that doesn't by no means that the rest of Dude and I can't go if we're not going. So Stalingrad at Skirmish, which is part of the Ion series, is March 23rd. It is extremely unlikely that we're going to that, and by that I mean we're pretty much just not going, unless, like, I guess if I found out the weather was supposed to be 60 and beautiful,
Well,
I would
what
try
does
to
it
go.
say right now on the Weather Channel?
Let's see.
I know. I mean, we're 2 weeks.
We are 2 weeks out, so the weather is, like, what it says now is not going to be anywhere near true at that point. It doesn't go that far. It doesn't go that far.
We'll see what it is right now in Skirmish. See what it is this weekend. And
Albrightsville, Pennsylvania. Right now it's 12. It's 12 degrees.
it's supposed to be 42 on Wednesday, though.
Wednesday
The
20th. Yeah, so it might
It's supposed to snow, obviously.
It might be warm enough. I don't know. I don't really like going by myself, and she's not going to want to go. And with the dog, we really shouldn't both go.
The problem is that you would need to leave. I think that Friday is that the last Friday of the month? No, it's not.
It is not, no.
That we wouldn't be able to leave until 8 p.m. anyway.
Yeah.
Or I'd have to do something.
Right.
I'd have to take it.
So if anyone wants to go with me, if anyone is interested in going to Stalingrad at Skirmish, I'm all for it, but I'm probably, unless someone says to me, hey, I really want to go, I'll go with you if that happens, but otherwise I don't think I'm going. So that is on the 23rd of March. That is the very first thing I'm aware of, at least, in our area. I've actually seen something else that's coming up on the 10th, I think, which is this Sunday. It's a MagFan event, but I don't remember what it was, and it's not near us. It's in Maryland. Then the next one is a month later, April 20th, and that is Operation Arbitage, which is a smoldering steel event at P3. I'm definitely going to that. I don't know if I'm reffing it yet.
I told you
believe,
you wanted to play,
okay,
but
so
I would ref.
So she's probably going to ref. I'm going to play. The Rogue Patriots are commanding the Americans, and the 412 crew are the other guys. I forget what the other team is, but they're the bad guys. So we're going to be the Rogue Patriots team, the USA, because we're good guys this year for the most part. That's on April 20th.
We need like a hoorah or something.
At P3. The following weekend, we have something we're going to. It's not an actual event or anything. I don't know how public it's supposed to be, so I'm not going to mention what it is or where it is.
I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, you do.
Do I?
Yes, you do.
Oh, yes, okay, I do know what's going on.
After that is May 11th, which is Black Hawk Down at Three Rivers Paintball. It's a Mission Masters event, and I have no more information than that, really. I don't know who the generals are or anything. I don't think they've even picked them yet. But it is the first of the only two they're having this year. And I think the Black Hawk Down is, if I'm correct, it is a repeat of the one they've done several times at this point. It's considered a Mission Masters Classic, which is fine. I have no issue with repeating them sometimes, but they just did Black Hawk Down fairly recently.
2 years ago.
Was it 2 years? It was either 2 or 3 years ago. I know it wasn't any longer than
it
that.
was 2 years ago. We didn't do it because I think it was the after Ion.
Yeah, it was like the weekend after Ion, so we didn't end up doing it. But so that means it's within. We've done Ion 3 times, so it's definitely within the 3 years.
I believe
so
it was.
I have absolutely no issue with them repeating, but I would have thought they'd give a little bit more time before they repeated it, especially since they're trimming down to 2 this year. The weekend after that, there are actually 2 things happening that weekend. Living Legends, a section of Living Legends. So when CPX closed down because of a whole bridge overpass highway thing, they closed down, but that's neither here nor there. When that happened, Living Legends was gonna go to one other place, but instead they decided to split it into a bunch of different games, and now instead of just Living Legends, there are like 4 or 5 different Living Legends sub chapters or something that happen throughout, and this is one of them. I think this one's happening in Indiana, Michigan, somewhere over there.
It's probably Midwest. Isn't that where the original?
Well, it used to be in Chicago.
Oh, I thought
Chicago.
it was a suburb of Chicago. I thought it was in Indiana.
Where's it at? Legacy Adventure Park in Lockport, Illinois is where it's happening. So we're not going to that. We're definitely not going to that for 2 reasons. One, I'm not driving all the way out to Illinois. Clark, you're going to have to go back and watch the video when we're done. I'm not telling you again. Just because it's going to take too long.
10:30, Clark.
What else is happening that weekend, the 18th and the 19th of May, is the 5-man MagFed tournament at Slaughterhouse Paintball. So I'm definitely going to that. She's definitely going to that. We very well may camp down there. I'm not at all sure of that.
The plan as of now is to camp, but depending on weather.
Right, it may still be too cold to do that.
Well, Loki's best friend is down there, so we have to bring Loke.
Hopefully I'll have my new car by then. Right.
Absolutely.
But anyway, that's happening the same weekend as Living Legends, so we definitely can't go to Living Legends, so we have to go to this one. Now, as of right now, there's just the 2 of us confirmed for that. Eric, I kind of just lump you into that because I assume you're going to go, and I know you have a TMC, so you're all set on that.
We're trying to get Paul.
I've got no one else yet. Paul, hopefully, and I don't know, Colin, maybe if you want to go, if you're able to go, I don't know. But like Dalton, Clark, and Luke, I know can't go, so if not, we're going to try to find someone else. But even if we can't manage to find a 5th person, we're still going to be there, even if we can't play, because Saturday is kind of an open rec game / practice, and then Sunday is the actual event. So, hi baby. And being as they are, our sponsors, like it's our responsibility to show our faces and be there and support them and all this jazz. I'm
also
severely hoping to play, but if not, we definitely at least need to be there.
Logan needs to see his friend cows.
That's true.
And Rufio.
Rufio is Loki's best friend. So, there's that. And then... So we can at least play on Saturday, even if we don't have a fifth person for Sunday. So, Colin, if you want to join us for that, please do.
Yeah.
Because I assume, Eric, correct me if I'm wrong, you're going to want to run with your shield. And if you're using your shield, you're only allowed to use a pistol, so you'll be using your Tipp-Ex, which means your TMC will be free to use. So, Colin, you could use that. And then we'd be all set as far as mag-fed guns go. Now, after that, we're going to go ahead and skip over another month. And there are two things happening, June 15th through the 16th. A good question, for a good reason to ask that. So June 15th and 16th. On June 15th, there are two things happening. On the 16th, it's a continuation of the one. Now, the one that is both days may change because I made the owner of the field aware that it was a conflicting day, so he may change it. But the 2-day event is the Seven Flags, the annual Seven Flags event at Preston County Paintball down in Preston County, West Virginia. It's a very expansive field. I haven't been there in a few years at this point. 2 years, to be specific.
They always do it.
Yeah, they always, it always interferes, it always is at the same time as something else, but...
I think last year was the week after Ion. And you don't do anything the week after Ion.
We're going to this year.
Are we?
Yeah, we are. At least I am.
Yes.
Yeah, we are. So he may change that, but as of right now, the 15th and 16th of June is the Seven Flags event. Now, the Seven Flags event is his annual celebration of the original opening of the park. So when he originally opened, he had what he called the Seven Flags event. There were 7 flags throughout the field, and, to capture them. It was basically a very simple scenario.
Is this where you played
Gettysburg?
Yeah.
This is where I played Gettysburg. So if you guys go on and watch my first 4 videos, I think, they're all from this field. First strikes are allowed. It's very expansive. A lot of very interesting terrain. Nice people, although they're all smokers. You can't get away from it. That's neither here nor there. But plenty. There's camping. It's free. It's free entry. So free entry, free air. You have to pay for your paint.
Didn't they last year? Because it was right after Ion.
He
could
pay
to use an Ion.
Yeah, you could bring Ion paint and pay a small fee.
Yeah.
It was like $5 or $10 to use a case of Ion paint, which I thought was pretty cool, except for the fact that Ion paint sucks, so I don't know why you'd want to use it anywhere else. But if you have it left over,
So, I know we're breaking off topic, but I don't want to forget this. Minion, if you go to PTM Insiders, or you Instagram Jen, or you talk to her on Saturday, mention if you are still interested that you want to ref there, because they're starting, I think they're going to start hiring new people now, and then they're having a staff meeting and they're writing a handbook. So if you are interested, you may start out as a trailer person, but as soon as they realize that
my guess would be, and that goes for all of you actually. They're hiring, so feel free. You may start as trailer or some other nonsense of that nature, but once they realize that you know what you're doing, which won't take very long, they'll quickly upgrade you to regular ref. So, unless we have too many refs, which I can't imagine being true.
So if they bump you up, you just won't work every weekend. So I think they rather have more refs, and then they're able to work around that.
But that definitely depends on you having, any of you having a way to get there on a regular basis. But yes, so that's off topic.
Sorry, I just want to...
The other thing that is happening on June 15th is D-Day. So Day of Days at Three Rivers Paintball. As everyone watching this I'm sure knows, that is something that we do every year because that's the first game that we did as a team. back in 2015.
I remember that. I remember sitting and discussing it with you. I was like, are we coming back to this? And he was like, I don't know. And now, every year since,
Right.
we're there.
Well, so, also, as I'm sure you all know, ADOG has generaled for the last 3 years. We probably will not be generaling Germans this year. We've put our names in the hat to possibly general the American team. The only reason we would really general German is if they really can't find anyone else to do it. We'll certainly step in the role if there's no one else to do it. But 3 years is enough, especially when she has 2 wins and 1 loss. Got to keep it at the good ratio. And we would like to try for American. If they find another German general and we can't general American, we're going to be on the American team. I want to try running up the hill because I've never done it and I want to try.
I think it'd be funny if they changed. They resorted it back and it was a different thing.
Well, they're still going to be coming out of boats no matter how it is.
I understand that. But it'd be
So
a
that's
different kind of hill.
so that's what's going on with that one. Then is the summer camp, which is June 17 through 21. So everyone that's watching is going to be working that, I believe. So keep that on your calendars. If you don't already have it, you should. The weekend after that is Armageddon at Hell Survivors Paintball.
That's what, Michigan?
That is in Michigan. Pinckney, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Mission Masters game. It's a 2-day event.
There's 4 teams.
I've heard very good things about both the field and the game, but we're almost definitely not going to that. I don't think we're going to have the energy to do that. Also, it's really far away, so I very much doubt that's happening.
Well, that's the date after. That's a lot of paintball.
That is a lot of paintball. Yeah, it's
And
very unfortunate
I don't say that
D-Day
as a negative
is.
thing. That's just a lot of exerting energy and brain function.
It's very unfortunate that D-Day is 2 days before our summer camp. It's the same weekend, and it's gonna be.
My
busy.
concern with D-Day is that it gets smaller every year.
Which is why they said they don't know about next year. We were concerned about this year. We were concerned about last year.
I mean, it has significantly. I think it loses 20 people per side. I remember because what happens is you waste all your paint on the beach, then you go back out onto the field, and then you're like, oh, lunch at 1 o'clock, and you go get drunk in the parking lot, and you never come back onto the field.
Right.
And if that's how
we're
you
going to talk about that in a later episode.
Okay.
We'll get more into that. Next up, not too long after that, things are speeding up now, is Ion. And that is July 12, 13, and 14. That is the big one of the year. Big trip because it's a big game.
I gotta still call about my jersey.
You gotta call about your jersey, girl.
I just wished I would do it.
So she is, for anyone who doesn't know, she is XO of Mayhem Company.
I am.
Mayhem Company. And so, as such, she gets a Commander's jersey. But last year, they made her XO too late, and she wasn't able to get the jersey in time. So, she didn't have one, but this year she'll have one, but she has to call and order it, which she hasn't done yet. But anyway, so that's the big one.
I'm a busy lady. I'm always on the phone. I don't
I
want to talk to people.
Hoping that everyone is going to be going to that. If you can't, you can't. I fully understand that. It's not a cheap trip. It's a couple $100 in total. But I'm hoping everyone can. We will have anyone that is going to that. I'm going to give you a solid I need to know date. Somewhere in probably May. I'll need to know by. And that doesn't mean that after that date you can still come with us. You just may have to find make your own plans, because I try to solidify plans, especially with the paint. I need to know ahead of time for the paint because we get discounted paint early, late
and
May.
now I feel that it's $40 now instead of 50% off.
It's like $40 off. Yeah.
Yeah, it's $40.
Yeah, I think it's $40. But in any case, it's cheaper paint. So we have to know for that, and I'll need your money for that. And then I start to solidify the travel plans and cost of things and all that jazz in late, like mid-June. But because mid-June is going to be so busy for us, I may do it a little earlier this year. So I'm going to, and we are going to have, so I'm going to have a solid I need to know by date somewhere in May. And maybe even late April that I'll need to know if you're going. And then I'll make all the plans. We'll arrange all the vehicles, like who's going in what car, what day they're going, all that jazz. How much I try to get an estimate of how much it will cost for everybody. And
Don't worry, I do that math.
we will have, that's rude, we will have a mandatory meeting for anyone attending. That doesn't mean, like, it's not a Dunedain meeting. It is a whoever's coming to Ion with us required meeting. Now, if you decide after that hard need to know date, if you decide you want to go, you're welcome to join us. You definitely won't get the cheaper paint. If you do it before the meeting, you'll still be part of all that. If you decide after that meeting that you do want to go, you're still. I encourage you. I hope that you do come with us, but you may have to find your own arrangements.
So, another reason why we need to know is I don't usually go up with Dan. Last year I was able to. This year I may not be. So, he usually goes up Thursday. He goes up for work.
No, last year I went up Thursday.
Whatever.
The 2 before that I went up Friday.
But you usually go up there for work, and I
fully plan on being up there Thursday this year. But the point is that we're going to need to take more than one car if there's more than just the two of us going. And so there will be different departure times.
Yes.
Maybe even different departure days. So that's why we need to know ahead of time. The weekend after that, which is July 20th, is Bunker Hill at Three Rivers Paintball. The meeting won't be till June. You'll be fine on that. The date I'll need to know is in May, maybe even late April, but the meeting won't be until quite a bit later.
It probably won't be until the end of June.
The hard need to know date is for two reasons. One, so I can buy the paint, and two, so I can start making plans so when we go to the meeting I'll have estimates and everything for everybody. But yeah, the meeting won't be till June, so you'll be fine on that one. But anyway, so Bunker Hill is July 20th at Three Rivers Paintball. This is by a company that I had not heard of before. It's Buffalo Paintball.
But I went on their website and they do a lot of stuff. They're primarily scenario and events. They've done tournaments.
Yeah, they have a history, just not in this area.
And what's really interesting is that everything's already it's already organized. The generals are already picked.
Really?
There were generals on the website. That was when we were still over there.
Okay. Well, so apparently
when you were having
she knows more about this one than I do. How about that?
It's because you were having a debate with Minion in regards to who were the good guys and who were the bad guys, and I was researching the scenario when you were doing that.
Yeah, the Americans are totally the bad guys. Those damn revolutionists. The rebels!
The rebels!
They're bad. They're bad guys. I mean, like, I'm an American, but...
You're also a Brit.
We were kind of... Yeah, I'm mostly British by blood, so... but, we were kind of spoiled little brats, so there's that. And they have the flag wrong. They've been doing the same game in a couple of different fields, as far as I can tell, for a couple of years, and they don't have the British flag correct, so... I'm that guy. I went onto the website, the Facebook group, and I posted the right flag. Yeah, I'm that guy.
You're that guy.
So that one is the weekend after Ion. We've never before played a game the weekend before or after Ion. Just because Ion is a big deal and it really does wear us out. So we'll see what happens on that one, but we do fully plan on being there for it.
Just driving there wears you out. But I'm old.
And hopefully I'll have my new car for that drive.
You'll be taking it to there.
So then we come to August 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. That is the Iron City Classic. Unfortunately, I'm not playing in it. If anyone watches this and needs another player, please let me know, and I will gladly play. But we're not playing in it as far as I know.
But we're finally gonna get there. I'm gonna find Marcel Margot.
Yeah, she's got a little thing for Marcel, and she's gonna find him, and she's going to play with his paintballs, as they might say.
And then he won't want to go back to San Diego.
But we will be there to watch. I have very little doubt that we'll only be there one day. I don't expect to be there both days.
I think we called off both days.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna play one of the days. Like, it'll be a scheduled. We're gonna go play.
because it's the weekend. It's the weekend of your birthday.
It is the weekend of my birthday.
So you wanted both those days off.
Yeah. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go watch one day. Supposedly they're gonna have a 5-man open on Friday. Maybe we can get in on that, but I doubt it because the registration of 58 teams for the 10-man sold out in 16 minutes. So I very much doubt we'll get in on it.
Did
but
they
it's possible.
reopen it? Weren't they gonna? I thought it was 52 teams, and they were expanding it to 58.
No, that was last year. Loki off. Good boy.
Good boy, baby.
So then after that we have August 17th, which is Temple of Doom. That's the final Mission Masters at Three Rivers Paintball. Don't have much information about that one.
We probably won't get a lot of information till after.
Yeah, that'll be a while
Blackhawk.
down. 2 weeks after that, we have Reaper Siege 2 at P3. Again, first strikes are allowed at that game. We will both be, or I'll definitely be playing. Did you?
I told Jen that you'd be playing and that I would ref them both.
So Show's probably reffing. I'm definitely playing.
But
I like
if Paul
to shoot
wants
people.
me to play,
I like the shooting of the people, and last year at Reapers 1, I shot all the people. You guys saw the videos. A lot of death happened on the other end of my gun. Then we get a little bit of a break.
a lot of fake death.
We skip all the way down to September 21st and 22nd is Assassin's Creed at Sherwood Forest Paintball.
And
That
that's
is
in
also a
Indiana.
Mission Masters game. It is in Indiana, LaPorte, Indiana specifically.
We'll bring you
It is very, very unlikely that we're going to that. Again, I've heard wonderful things about the field, and Mission Masters is always good, but I very much doubt we'll go to that. The weekend after that, September 29th, is Atlas Control at Slaughterhouse Paintball. We will definitely be there. Again, they're our sponsors, so we're going to be there.
We definitely, if we don't play the MagFed tournament, we definitely are playing Atlas.
Well, I'm planning on playing up anyway. Atlas.
Yeah, that's what I just said. I said we're definitely playing
You
Atlas.
said if we're not playing.
No, sorry. I didn't mean if. I meant regardless of if we don't play.
Right, because Atlas is not a
Sorry.
specifically 5-man tournament. It's a scenario. So, what did I tell you about that toy?
I'm
It's way
sorry.
too loud for them.
Okay. He
So
likes it.
after that
He's doing
is
good.
the glorious 8-bit Classics Mario Edition.
Woo woo!
on
Woo woo!
October 5.
Tell your friends.
Please, yeah,
Tell your loved ones.
tell everybody it's at P3. We're gonna be there because we're running it, so we won't be playing. We'll be running the event.
Although you want to play.
I would love
we'll
to play
both
it,
be on
but
the
I
field,
know all
though.
the information. That wouldn't be fair.
Are you going to be an NPC?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were just going to be a standard ref or you were going to like dress up.
Can
Can you be Yosh?
Am I what? When have you ever seen me not dress up when I could?
That's true. What am I thinking?
And then after that, 2 weeks later is on October 13th is the 3-man tournament at P3. I don't have much information about that one, but
We probably won't get enough. We probably won't get any information until after.
yeah, that'll be a
That
while.
probably
That'll
won't
be
be
much
until
later. But if
October.
anyone's interested in doing that 3-man tournament with me, let me know.
We probably won't get any of that until after Mario.
Yeah, it'll be a while from now. No, I can't play because I know all the information. That wouldn't be fair. silly child. So that's it. That's what's going on. That's this year, according to the calendar. More things may pop up, but if they do, they'll be for much later in the year because, you know, the year has the season is
The season's
is coming.
right there. Yeah.
It's
the
starting
next-
this month, so just in general, wear a suit and play paintball. You mean like a penguin suit, like with a tie and stuff?
No, he didn't mean. I think that's exactly what he meant, but he didn't mean at Mario. He just meant in general.
No, unless you pay me. The only reason I'll ever wear a suit is because I'm being paid to do so.
He gets very mad about putting suits on.
I hate suits. They're ugly, they're uncomfortable. They're just terrible in every way. But if you pay me, sure. I have no problem with that. Also, you have to supply the suit because I have a suit, but I ain't wearing it on the paintball field.
Let me see.
Although that
You
suit,
should have another
I bought that
suit.
suit in high school, so like it's not so good anymore.
You should definitely. I tried to take you to Goodwill and buy a suit, and you yelled at me. Just so you could have a suit.
Yeah, you could go to Goodwill and get me like a $3 suit,
You can't get a $30 suit.
and then
You
pay
can
me
get a $30 suit.
pay me
at
to
Goodwill.
play paintball.
You can get a $500 suit.
And you
for
can pay me in
$30.
paint too. Like, you know, if we go, you could buy a case of paint, and then I'll play in the suit. There we go. Hey, Lo, what's going on, pup?
Can I help you, mister? Can I help you? Leave it.
Yeah, he wants that cap.
Leave it. Show the good people that you know how to listen.
Okay, so here, so that's all for the year. Anyone have any questions about what's happening this year?
Who's my good? Loki, leave it.
We lost a few people. We were up to 6 at one point, and then we're back down to 3.
Well, I think Clark is still on. He's just probably doing something and listening.
I guess our max was 5. Okay, so I got a comment on Reddit this morning that, or probably last night, but it was not a very nice comment. It made me sad.
Who said mean things to you?
And
Tried to go beat somebody up.
it's an anonymous Reddit person. I try not to let those sorts of things bother me because people on Reddit are mean. Reddit is just mean. But I get so many more views when I put things on Reddit that, like, it offsets the meanness.
Was this in regards to your video with Cody?
With Cody? Yeah.
Cody, yes, I'm sorry, Cody.
It was something along the lines of, like, how about you stop spamming your crappy videos or something like that? I don't remember exactly what the wording was, but it was hurtful. But I try not to let it bother me because, you know, they're anonymous internet people. But, you know, it sticks with you when something like that happens. And we're coming up on 2 years of this channel. The first post was April 7th. 2016, I think is what it was. And, you know, we don't even have...
2017? Because if it was 2016, that
2017, yeah. We still don't even have 100 subscribers, so you know, I don't even know if I'm going to continue making videos. We'll probably still have chats on Wednesday, but I don't know if we're going to release videos on Tuesdays anymore. I try to put a lot of effort into them and make them pretty decent videos, and if people don't care, then why would I continue doing it, really? So
do you care? Do you like doing it?
Somewhat. I mean, yeah, I do for the most part, but, like, I don't know.
I support you regardless, love. Make the video, don't make the video.
So,
do the live.
I think what I'm going to go with, and I know there are some people that do. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. I was thinking that if we could get 10 comments on the video, so after the video's over, not during the live stream, afterward, because that's where it saves. If you comment during the video, during this live stream, it doesn't save. So if we could get 10 comments on today's live stream, or let's make it on Cody's Excitement. So let's put 10 comments on Cody's Excitement saying something along the lines of keep making videos. Clark, the comment you have on there already does not count. You just copied and pasted from last week. That doesn't count as anything. So, I mean, it counts as something. It doesn't count towards this. So if I can get 10 people to comment on that saying that they want me to continue to make videos, I'm going to continue. If I don't get that, I may continue. I may not. I haven't decided yet otherwise. So if I have 10 by whenever I decide to make the next video, which is I'll probably have time on Sunday to do it. Maybe Monday. I might have time on Monday to do it. If I have 10 comments on that video by Monday telling me to continue making gameplay videos, then I'm going to continue. If I don't have
Loki,
them,
baby. Leave it.
I may or may
Loki.
not. I haven't decided for sure.
Leave it.
Uh-oh. What's he got? A sock?
No, he doesn't have a sock. He has it. Leave it. Leave it. Good boy, Robert.
Yes, Eric. You can.
No, leave those alone.
So that's all I got to talk about today. You got anything?
No, I mentioned mine.
If, huh? So Clark said, "Can you bring an extra gun for me
Loki!
Saturday?" If, whoa, you need to calm down,
Sorry,
man.
Loki, you drop that right now.
You see this whole thing here?
Yeah.
You know what that does?
It is.
Amplifies sound.
Drop it.
So yeah, but Clark said, "Can I bring an extra gun on Saturday if my gun acts up?" So I think what you mean is, can I bring a gun for you for when? Yeah. So he said, "Sorry, when."
Leave that alone.
Yes, I always have extra equipment with
Loki.
me, so you may use one of my extra guns on Saturday when your gun acts up. Colin needs an HPA tank. All right, I'll bring him a tank. In fact,
Stop being mad.
Colin, if you're still on here, and if not, Eric, tell him we have a tank that I'd be more than happy to sell to him because we're not using it. It was Corey's. It's still very new. Actually, maybe I'll sell you my red one and I'll keep the gray one because it's newer. And then you'll have a good Ninja HPA 4500 tank if you think you might want to. It's carbon fiber. Oh, it's a good tank. Yeah. So think about that. Let me know if you want to do that or not. But otherwise, that's it for the night. I have got nothing else. And she's making all sorts of noise because the dog is misbehaving. He's grabbing socks. He thinks socks are chew toys for some reason. Well, there you go. And if you want to buy it and give him your old one, I'll have to decide if I want to sell you my old red one or the gray one. I like my red one. It's pretty and it's red, but it is older. So, yeah. Because they last... There's 5 years between hydros, and they last 15 years total, I believe. So, it hasn't even been hydroed for the first time yet, either one of them, obviously. But the red one is coming up on hydro in, what, 2 years? 1 year? 1 year, 2 years? Loki, you need to stop that. Oh, for the gray if possible. It's going to cost you more simply because it's newer. What? Things are falling. It'll cost you more simply because it's newer. Just keep that in mind, but if that's what you want to do. But in any case, everybody have a good night, and look forward to hopefully 10 comments on Cody's excitement. And, yeah, have a good night.